Oh. You know, it never ceases to amaze me just how much trash people deposit out in the woods. I'm here at this old campsite, I guess. People have obviously been down here camping. That's got to be the largest fire pit that I've ever seen. But you know, sometimes one man's trash is another man's treasure. Oh, would somebody please turn down the heat? As I'm setting up the camera here, I don't know what it is, if I'm just getting older and I'm becoming less tolerant of the heat, but when it's 100 degrees before 10 a.m., that's just stupid. Golly. Oh no, sweat bees. I'm gonna knock the shit out of you. You better run. And I'm spilling water, look what happens. I need to calm down. Okay, more water. Woo, fueling those fires this morning. Okay, where was I? All right, the question is, what can I do with this? I need to make a survival air conditioner. You know, sometimes you just gotta ask it, like, what do you want to be? Well, in survival, bamboo is your friend, and there's not a whole lot of it in this area. As a matter of fact, it's the only piece that I see. You've obviously been transported from somewhere else. Well, time to get my tribe knife out. Let's see here. Yep, that's perfect. I have certainly announced my presence to the birds and the squirrels. The alarms of the forest are going off on me, telling me to chill out. Let's see if I can split this right down the middle. Perfect. Well, she's a little damp in here. No doubt she's been sitting on the ground for a while. Let's get rid of these cell walls inside of here. Much better. A little warning about bamboo. If you really want to test your knife out, there's silica impregnated in the outside of this right here. It's really rough on saws and knives. Let's see here. Which side do I want this to be? Whoop, whoop. That side's not very straight. I think I'll use it this way. Any widowmakers? Every now and then you get something like that falling out of the sky to remind you to look up. The scene is safe. Wouldn't that be tragic to be taken out by a widowmaker while you're making a video? Local survival expert JJ Morris was taken out today by a tree. Let this serve as an example for all of the survivalists out there. Let's go ahead and sharpen this inside edge. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Make it super sharp. And see, that is flat. This is sharp. That's what we're looking for. Touch that up just a hair right there. Perfect. Okay, now that's the easy part. Let's modify the next part. Yeah, we'll do that. Take off about a third. We got that piece. And now we need to modify this piece. I need to cut it right here. Make my mark. Now we'll take the Opie nail, then we'll go ahead and saw this. There we go. All right, we'll put that off to the side. This is the piece that we're actually going to use. And we'll go ahead and clean this up, because cuts from bamboo, oh my God, they hurt. Don't want any splinters. Clean that up, chamfer those edges a little bit. We'll use that spine. Go ahead and round the edges. There we go. And right here is where we're going to be holding it. Last thing we need to do is we need to make a hole. So I'll take my knife here, make a pinpoint hole here. All right, there we go. There's our hole on the other side. Perfect. Go ahead and make a little bitty channel right here. We're actually going to make a small little guide right here. See how that works? Then we need to go ahead and make this piece right here. Get our Opie nail back out again. Mark that right there. Go ahead and saw that off. Oh, that'll work perfect. Our 4 pieces. There's piece number 1, piece number 2, piece number 3. Now we got ourselves a saw. Oh yeah. Got smoke. Oh yeah. That's gonna work real good. All right, now here's the edge. You can see where it's burnt right up here, where we were creating friction. And here you can see where our hole is in this channel that we're burning in. Whoa! Now, luckily for me, we found some poplar bark, so we actually could make a couple of tinder bundles out of this, if not 3. But I'm gonna set this off to the side. Let's say that we didn't have that tinder bundle. We might have to make our own tinder bundle using the bamboo. So here's what was left over. And what I can do is I can go on the outside, use the spine of my knife, and just start creating my own tinder bundle. Oh yeah, look at those curls. See that right there? That's what you're looking for. And we would just create a bunch of these. I say it all the time, guys, the spine of my knife is just as important as the primary edge. Being able to process tinders like this, God, so helpful. So there's enough of that right there. Show y'all what I got. That's what I got right there. And how this works is I would take this tinder bundle and I would put it right on top of our hole. And remember this little guy? You use that to hold it in place while you're sawing. And then once you've got an ember right here, what you do is you take it and you transfer it to a larger tinder bundle like this. And then we would gently blow on it and caress it and go back and forth and look super cool and blow this into flame. You know, and people talk about being grounded. I promise you, when you do primitive fire like this, you are anything but grounded. You are flying. It's days like this, I feel like I cannot ever catch up and get hydrated. All right, so some of you may not know what I just did. That is a bamboo fire saw. It's a primitive way of making fire. But let's get real. Seriously, when are you ever gonna need this? I in no way meant for this to be a video about making a bamboo saw because most of you don't care. And you know, the thing is, I totally get it. Because let's talk the truth. Every single time, and I mean it, every single time that I have done any primitive fire, period, I've always had a lighter in my pocket. I've always had a ferro rod, and I've also had a magnifier inside of my shirt as well. The thing is, for you to do any kind of primitive fire, yeah, the shit has hit the fan. I mean, you are in a really bad scenario if you have to do that. And so I think the question is, well, why would you even do it in the first place? For 8 years, I was an instructor up at the DuPont Rescue Experience up in North Carolina. And one of the things that I would do is I would help people to get their first technical rope experience. Now, first of all, it was a really big honor to be able to go to DuPont. Only 120 people get invited every year. And it's the largest search and rescue exercise in the entire country. It was really an honor to teach members of the military, law enforcement, and first responders how to just be really good at their job. Obviously, I taught survival as my main discipline, but obviously I taught man tracking and technical rope as well. One of the exercises that we would do up there is we would take people up to the top of a quarry and we would give them the opportunity to rappel 200 yards down. Now that doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but I can promise you out of 120 participants, only about 5% of the people that would go would actually go over the edge. The thing is, people would be really fired up about it until they got to the top and they would look over the edge and they would literally throw up. And when you're on the top of a quarry, usually the winds are pretty bad. It'd be like 20 to 50 mile an hour gusts of wind. And when they would throw up, the throw up would just disappear. Like it would just disappear in midair. And I think that alone just scared the piss out of them. Most of the time, they would be holding on to my arm. Sometimes people will give you the death grip. Like they are so scared that they don't realize how hard or how tight they're actually holding on to you. I would give them this little speech. You think that it takes courage to do the thing that scares you the most, but that's not true. The courage isn't here, it's down there. What you're gonna have to do right now is you're gonna have to dig really deep. You're gonna have to trust me and all the guys that set up this system, and then you're gonna have to rely on your training and have a little faith. You're gonna have to fake it till you make it, because when you finally get down to the bottom, that's when you get the courage and the confidence to do the next thing. Now, if you want to, I'll go over the edge with you. And just think how awesome you're gonna feel when we get down to the bottom. See, the thing is, the more things that you do, the more confidence you get. The thing that people don't realize is when you do things like primitive fire like this, you gain a lot of confidence. It's comforting to know that you can do that. And the thing is, you'll probably never do that in a true survival scenario. But when people do stuff like this, they are highly, and I mean highly empowered. And I don't mean to say that it's like a spiritual journey. I guess for some people they describe it as that, but there's just something primal about it. Something in our DNA when you actually do it for the first time. And it doesn't matter if it's a bow drill, a hand drill, a plow, bamboo fire saw, whatever it is, the first time you do it, I'm serious, you are on top of the world. Of all the things that I teach, primitive fire, I don't know what it is about it, but people just, they're on cloud nine. Shameless plug for the Tribe knife, which performed flawlessly today, which is the collaboration between WC Knives and Fuel the Fires. The pre-order is underway and we sold a bunch of them really fast. On the very first day, I was totally shocked. There are a few of these left over. If you go to wcknives.com and you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the first page, there's a Shop Knives icon. Hit the icon and this will be the knife that comes up first. I think there's 2 weeks left by the time this actually goes on to YouTube. So if you're looking to get one of these, then there's not going to be many of them left. But I want to say thanks to all the people that have already ordered one. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Y'all will see me using this a whole bunch more in the future. Mwah. I'm loving this thing. But I just wanted to let you know there's only 2 weeks left, so supplies are going fast. Put that back so I don't lose it. Today I was out because I'm going on the road and I just needed to find some supplies to take with me. It's a possum mentality thing, being prepared before you actually need it. And while I'm out here, sometimes I just practice, old skills, because if you don't use it, you lose it. And I think my challenge for you today is, I'm not really saying go out and do a bamboo fire saw. I'm just saying do something that challenges you. You may look at it and you may watch somebody do it and you say, oh, that looks pretty easy. But the truth is, it's probably not easy. Anybody who's done a bunch of this will tell you it's never a guaranteed thing. The resources to make it happen aren't always available. And sometimes you just feel like doo-doo. Because believe me, it's hard work. I know we make it look easy most of the time, but that's just because of the magic of editing. Stuff like this can be incredibly frustrating. And like I say, nobody cheats the 10,000 hours. So get out there, try something new. Try something that you can't find a reason why you might actually need it. Who knows, you might actually have fun. Leave me a snide remark in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and until next time, y'all, keep fueling those fires.
The world is getting more dangerous and unpredictable every day. Your family's safety depends on how prepared you are. For just $7.99 a month or $74.99 a year with 2.5 months free, Survival Dispatch Guardian membership gives you powerful tools and resources to stay ready. When you join, you're automatically enrolled in the Survival Dispatch Emergency Notification System, and you'll get critical alerts fast. You'll also get an invite to our private, high-traffic signal chat where members and experts share breaking intel. Guardians receive all 37 of our Survival Dispatch Insider e-magazines, normally $9.99 each, a $370 value, plus early access to our exclusive instructional videos before they go public. Join thousands of like-minded Americans who refuse to be caught off guard. Become a Survival Dispatch Guardian today at www.survivaldispatch.news/subscribe.